All right, y'all. Welcome to another little boot camp. Today we entered into two trades similar to, yesterday we didn't enter anything, so that's why there was no boot camp video, no trade recaps to go over. I wanted to take a trade, but there was PMI yesterday. Never ended up, giving me anything that I liked. So didn't take anything yesterday, but today we entered two trades. One hit we took one on the S&P. It hit take profit one. Rest got stopped out at break even. And we are currently in this gold trade right now, which is kind of floating in drawdown. Hopefully it pushes back in our direction. We've been in this trade for a minute now. But I'll start off and go over the S&P 500 trade. So to start off, our obvious bias was to the downside, bearish overall bias. And I went ahead and marked out a couple areas. This one first being this high time frame order block, right? We push up here and then we get a leg down. And then a lower time frame order block, which was the sorry if there's dogs barking. My dog is having a play date right now. But there was this lower time frame order block. We see this leg up, then a leg down. And then on top of that, I saw that, hey, we pushed up, going into lower time frames. Hey, we pushed up into this right here. We pushed up into this high time frame order block, and then we start seeing legs down. So what was I looking for off of that? Just any type of confluence. And if you guys know how I've been trading recently, it's been off of like areas of accumulation after our high time frame building blocks get hit. So high time frame building block got hit. We see a break of structure to the downside, change of trend, whatever you want to call it. We have a little fair value gap right here. You can call this leg up an order block, just a bunch of confluences, right? Order block, fair value gap, equilibrium. That ended up getting hit, and then we see a reaction to the downside. That was enough for me to go ahead and just enter straight off that. I entered, boom, okay, stop above these highs. All right, take profit one was just these pre-market lows. As you can see, price drew into these lows, hit take profit one. I managed 50% of my position, and then the rest rallied up because this was a valid liquidity sweep. Rest rallied up, stopped me out at break even. And if we look right now it looks like, okay, we're using this lower time frame order block, and honestly, this is still bearish. This could be a whole nother setup, right? If we sweep this, get a change of trend on the 5-minute to the downside because the hourly is still bearish, that could be something that you're looking into. So who knows? If you guys are still ready to trade today, this could be a PM session trade for you guys. Moving over to this gold trade, which we are kind of deep into drawdown on currently. If we go into the hourly, we were bearish because on the 4-hour, right, we were showing bearish bias. All right, we were in this area of accumulation, but since the 4-hour was not showing me any bullishness, yet I was going with my bearish bias because we hadn't seen really much of a confirmation to the upside on the 4-hour yet. And we came into this area of accumulation on the hourly. Okay, we saw price spike up in there during pre-market, and then essentially I was just waiting for some confluences. And now let's go over those confluences. So we saw a change in trend right here, right? We see boom, 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 break of structure. And then from there, we see, let's scale down in here. From there, we see this fair value gap get filled, okay? And then boom, we see legs down. This was a violent move down. I was not willing to enter purely off of this. I should have in hindsight. But for me at the time, it wasn't enough for me to enter off of just this leg up and then this reaction down. Maybe it would have been enough after we closed all the way down here. I just still wasn't for it. So I marked out this one minute low. We see that 1 minute low get pushed past. We get a closure below all the way down here. And then I was like, all right, this isn't giving me that great of a risk reward. So I probably won't take it unless we can revisit this low, this fair value gap, and then get a reaction. So we came up there, filled this fair value gap, came back up into this, you could call order block, whatever you want to say, right? We pushed up into this fair value gap and then broke structure afterwards. Orders were filled through this leg up, through that price range. We see price revisit that area. And then from there, I entered off of this reaction to the downside. And prior to this, I actually had my stop loss above these highs. I just moved it to above this high right here. due to the fact that we had this strong leg up and then another strong leg down. But originally my stop loss was above here. We're still sitting in this trade, no take profit, no stop loss has been hit yet. This is looking a little bit bullish, so I don't know, I might be stopped out on this, but after moving my stop loss to above this high, I'm pretty much saving myself from losing on the day, because when price came up here, it pretty much was at me at a break even because we had already taken profit on this S&P trade. So if I get stopped out, I'll be at break even on the day, if not like a slight loss. And then obviously if I hit take profit, I'll be at a massive profit for the day. So I'm kind of just waiting to see what price wants to do, but I have other things to do during the day. Wanted to cover over this little trade recap for you guys. But yeah, that was pretty much the trades that we took today. Today was pretty simple day. We had unemployment claims, which were a bearish bias, and since the majority of the pairs that I was trading off of were giving me bearish bias as well, this was kind of perfect. I was looking for shorts, and when shorts set themselves up, I was able to take them and act on it. Ideally, I want to see gold keep legging down further. If we go into the daily, obviously we're in this area of accumulation right here, so it makes sense if we do want to get a higher leg up, maybe sweep some of these highs, but I would like to see price fall a bit more because we're within this weekly downtrend. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on gold. We'll see where this takes us. We did have an hourly break of structure within here, so who knows, this could be just an hourly retrace or just this thing wanting to change directions. And if it does want to change direction, cool, those are losses that I'm willing to take, right? Those are the best losses that you can take in the market when the market just proves your bias wrong. If you can execute and have all of your confluences get hit within your same bias, you execute off of it, you have a good risk to reward, you have a good trade setup, everything looks good, cool. And then the one thing that goes wrong isn't like a stupid mistake, isn't a stop loss placement mistake, isn't like any like massive big mistake. It's literally just price changing direction. Those are the losses that you want to take. So that's the little trade recap for today. Unfortunately, it's a little bit short. Nothing really big that kind of stood out to me in terms of like big lessons from today. S&P, we hit take profit. For gold, regardless of if we take profit or if we get stopped out, I guess it would be, being more confident in knowing that, hey, we came up here, we swept these highs, we got a change of direction to the downside, and then we filled this fair value gap. This should have been enough confirmation, like even just closing beneath this fair value gap right back here, that should have been enough confirmation for me to go short with stops above here. With, then if I did that, I could have gotten, a better risk to reward, stops above here. Maybe I can target this order block, right? Then take profit 1 would have been hit. And then following that, I could have targeted all those other areas with a higher risk to reward. That would probably be the main thing here. I was still able to find an entry within the same bias, but as we can see right now, who knows if that bias is going to get invalidated by a leg up. That's kind of the biggest takeaway I could have from today. Just be like, just kind of like staying confident within your analysis and understanding, like if this should have been our entry point, knowing that, all right, we see price get that liquidity sweep, we see it get the change of structure, we see this fair value gap get filled, we see this area of accumulation get filled, and then there's reactions off of it. There should be no reason why I don't take that trade. So that's kind of the biggest thing that I noticed from today. Other than that, pretty good trading day. I'm in profit so far. Sitting in drawdown on this gold trade. We'll see where it goes. If anything, it'll just be a little break-even day. But yeah, once again, I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, you guys learned a little something from this. And oh yeah, and per usual, all these trades were taken live with the Discord. Link is in the description if you guys want to join that, and then also the brokerage that I use. Pretty much all the affiliate stuff is in that link in the description if you guys want to check any of that stuff out. But other than that, I appreciate y'all. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'll catch y'all. Peace.